Alright, I thought I had a little video that would be some music, but so hopefully we'll get the same excitement. So yeah, there was an intro, now you just saw the money shot here. Cryptocans is the name of the idea. Basically, you give me your can and I give you 5 cents in Bitcoin. That's the big idea. A lot of people are shamefully hoarding their cans in Michigan, and this is the solution for not only the hoarding but also the onboarding. So we got the Holy Recycling Trinity is what one of the catchphrases that Cryptocans has got coined so far. This is like a classic recycling triangle, never-ending, continuous cycle. Let's see, we got the community, which is also you, the environment, which is the recycling part, and the investment, which, could also be, somebody jumping from never investing their money, even in stocks, and now you can start dabbling in crypto and in stocks. I want this to be a fun thing and, sort of a club atmosphere at first. Sorry, I was all jazzed up for the music, and now there's more to it. This is the numbers part of the presentation here. These numbers kind of surprised me a little bit when I first started looking into this idea. Basically, $400 million in USD is given back to the consumer every year in Michigan. $30 million is unreturned. And now legislation changes over time, and some of that money goes to programs for the environment and good causes. On paper, I can't trust anybody in politics in Detroit, but there's $30 million of cans that people are not returning, and a good amount of that money goes back to evil corporate bottlers as well. People that make you drink beer and soda all day. So those are, basically the target markets for me in terms of, throwing out numbers that can be something that could eventually lead to people getting crypto. Michigan gives 10 cents per can. That's not what everybody does all over the country. So I think, obviously it's relevant for the Midwest. There's people that, do the Seinfeld thing and drive in from Ohio, and, that happens. So, the 10 cents thing is not to be slept on here. 5 cents going to me, or, Cryptocans family, and 5 cents going to you. And crypto is, providing a service to where ultimately you might have just thrown it away. I mean, this is basically, supposed to be making recycling fun and relevant. The next one, continuing on that relevancy, is the PR angles. What is Metro Times going to say about this? There's a lot of FUD out there with Bitcoin being bad for the environment because of mining. Obviously this has a good pro-environment. Avoiding fines and jail time. If the cops were going to check your garbage, you could go to jail for throwing out cans, which is an actual law here. Making recycling fun, obviously. I get to come to your house, take your cans, give you some investment advice, tell you what parties to go to. This is the early phase. I think, there's a lot of my friends that obviously want to get into crypto, but they've seen the boom, the crash, and now everybody's just a little bit scared. So this is a good way to get started without having to spend actual USD. It's obviously you're paying a little bit of a fee here, but it feels like you're getting something for nothing. Community building here in Detroit, we've already got a lot of cool, IRL meetups, and there's a lot of fun crypto meetings. I've met some of the smartest and most productive people by going to random meetings here in Detroit. And, you know, I encourage a lot of other people to come with me, even though it's not a raging rave at TV bar. I think this, you know, there's a lot of good local partnership ideas. That was another thing with music was going to keep me on time. Without the jokes. More investment advice, execution, pickups, payouts, wallet platforms, how to figure it out. And then what would I do with the funding? You know, pickup, collecting, social media, graphic designer, staff, and then scaling them. That's me in a crypto cave. Do your own research, obviously.
Awesome. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. Awesome. If you can introduce yourself.
Hey guys, my name is Holly Weckler. I'm from Investment Yielding. And the question for you is actually at your last bullet point that you had on there about scale. So I love I think that it's a really cool idea to start it off by going into someone's home, right? You need to be able to build the rapport and have some interesting word of mouth, but that's not really scalable, right? How are you going to actually get to that 30 million unreturned payments unless you have a bigger team that I'm aware of?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that was kind of where more funding up front would, you know, make things scalable faster. Obviously, I'm thinking about those things right now, and I would love to have specific drop-off points, and I do have multiple locations for that if I were to start today.
So I have a question. So I think the biggest problem in adoption of Bitcoin or crypto is people don't understand private keys or how to even access their funds because it's a cryptography. You need to secure the private key. How do you expect people for 10 cents or 5 cents who can to maintain their wallets and private keys?
Well, I think one of the first ideas I had for that was something even as simple as like Robinhood, or you know, suggesting before you sign up with Cryptocans, you need to do a little bit of work on your, you know, on your end. And I could also suggest what wallets I would recommend. And you know, I was thinking something like Robinhood would be really cool at first because you could actually take your crypto and eventually buy a whole stock if you were to, you know, drink it, you know, however many years that takes to buy whatever stock you want. But you know, I do think that's you know, the fun part about this is that again, it's a reason for people to learn about that stuff. And obviously, you got to do a little bit of your own research and put a little bit of effort in if you want to get in the, you know, Cryptocan community per se. I was calling them grippers and rippers. If you're a ripper, that means you're in the club. If you're a ripper, you pick up the can, or staff member.
Awesome. Thank you so much.